How you doing? Fragrance Professor, back at it again. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to come at you real quick and share a little bit about a fragrance that I've had in the collection for probably 6 or 8 weeks. It's been a good one. It was, again, one of these cheapies that you go into and you blind buy and you hope that it works out for the best. You gather the information that you can at the particular time and then try to make a decision. And I've always thought, and I've talked with people here that have dropped comments over the last few months and participated in forums and things like that basically come to the conclusion that once your nose is trained, once you know what you want, blind buys may not be quite as risky as maybe they would otherwise, when you're just starting your fragrance journey. So I felt pretty good about it, especially at the price. Again, low 20s is what a lot of these Fragrance World fragrances are running these days. And this is a Fragrance World scent. This is called Mocha Wood. It's an EDP, as are all of the Fragrance World, and most of the Middle Eastern clones are going to be EDPs. In fact, I can't think of any off the top of my head that is an EDT that I personally have. There may be some out there. But I saw this and it intrigued me. And the bottle also, I saw pictures of the bottle. It looked really nice. And I thought, you know what? Why not? And I got it and started wearing it. And I was thinking, okay, coffee, from the name Mocha Wood. I was expecting, okay, it's a coffee-based fragrance with some woody sort of elements in there. And so I thought, okay, that sounds like something that I would really like. And I have. Now, I was just doing a little more digging this morning about it, just to sort of gather up some additional information to be able to share with you. And one of the things that I came across was that it is an inspired version of something called Boadicea glorious, I think, which is from a house, if I can get the name right. The house is actually called Boadicea the Victorious. Okay, so I can't speak to that. I don't have any from that house. I'm not real familiar with it, but I did a little digging on that one. The bottle seems to be fairly similar, and the notes, though, seem to differ. So not exactly sure about that, but I did find one or two things that seem to be pointing in that direction. But again, judging on its own merits, what really jumps out at me, again, there is a coffee element there. It is sweet, but it's not overly gourmand. It's not overly dessert-like. Not going to just be a sweet fragrance with nothing else to offer. I think this does have the coffee element, especially up top. I'm getting some of that, but there's also hazelnut, and there's just a blend. I believe there's, of course, vanilla and a lot of musk. So this is one that I think would be great for, again, colder weather, which is kind of what we're in right now. You can see I've put a pretty good dent into that. Now, this does go on pretty strong, but I haven't noticed, at least on my skin, that it has stayed around. The longevity has not been, 10, 12 hours, which is sort of what I was thinking when I first picked it up. And so, not that I was disappointed, but I was, sort of wondering a little bit, well, I would have thought that the projection or the longevity would have been a little bit better. It does seem to sort of die off, and those top notes, especially the coffee, seems to sort of dissipate fairly quickly. So not that it's a big deal because it is a wonderful scent, but I'm getting, a solid 3, 4 hours at least, maybe a little more because I do tend to go nose blind. And, I'll have to maybe sniff my clothes or something like that to sort of remind me that, it is there, even though I may not be smelling it, it is there. So I'm getting let's call it 3 to 5 hours of solid projection, which is good. I mean, again, this is a $20 fragrance and, you get the nice bottle, nice presentation. I think it really does punch above its weight class. And, I'm very much into value. What am I getting for the money that I'm paying? And I imagine you're the same way. So this is something that I feel like is certainly worth $20. You can find it online. I didn't have any problem when I was researching it earlier, didn't have any problem pulling it up from a variety of sites. So don't think you'll have much of a problem. But again, Fragrance World is one that I've really been getting into the last 3 months or so and have enjoyed them. I have a handful from the house at this point. So they really are starting to make a name for themselves. So there we have it, Mocha Wood. If you think, coffee and hazelnut, sort of that sweet, semi-gourmandy type of fragrance is something that you're looking for, I would definitely give a green light to this one and a thumbs up to this one. So Mocha Wood. Okay, well, let's leave it there. Like I said, I was trying to be kind of quick with this one and let you go on about your day, but I do appreciate your time. And drop me a line. Do you have this one or have you come across it? What do you think? Do you have any other fragrances that sort of resemble this, or do you know anything about Boadicea glorious? I'd be curious to know. Drop me a line down below. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, I'd love to have you along. And, I'm putting out a lot of interesting content, if I do say so myself. I've had several fragrance hauls recently, and so I'm going to be going through all of these, and I'd love to have you along and love to have you participate down below as well. All right, guys, let's call it good. Hope you have a great rest of your day.